Welcome to the 2023 Alabama Bass Trail Best of TV show. We're excited to round out our 10th year here on the Alabama Bass Trail, but before we jump in and start talking to our guests, I do want to just give you a brief history on the Alabama Bass Trail. We started in 2014 and we had 730 anglers from 7 different states. You kind of trickle down. It took us about 65 days to fill up that first year. And then you get to 2023 where we have over 900 anglers that fish with us from 10 different states and filling up in just a few minutes. It's been a wild ride on the Alabama Bass Trail, and you're going to get to hear from some of the best that compete with us each year. We're going to get right into it, guys, and we're going to talk to the ABT South Anglers of the Year, Rob Lee, Steve Winslet. Man, what a year they had. You know, they're kind of been on a 2-year roll. Welcome to the Alabama Bass Trail Best of show.
Glad to be here.
The best of the best, and you guys topped everyone in the South Division this year. Had an amazing year on the Alabama Bass Trail. Let's talk about that. You had a combined total points of 1,017 points. Took home an Angler of the Year package of $7,700 with cash bonuses and prizes. Start off the year just like you started off 2022 with a win at Lake Martin, 4th place finish at Lay Lake, 70th finish at Lake Eufaula, 24th at Logan Martin, and a 14th place at the Alabama River. Not bad work, guys. Not bad work.
It's a tough road to hoe, but we try every time we go out.
Y'all do a really good job. You know, we mentioned you've got, I want to talk about, you've got 3 wins on the Alabama Bass Trail, 2 at Lake Martin, 1 at Logan Martin. What is it about the lakes that have martin in it?
They just suit our eye a good bit and our style of fishing. Of course, we born and raised on Lake Martin, even though I live on Lake Jordan, but we fish martin pretty much all the time.
Yeah, in February, the way me and Rob fish is February, when most of these happen, February and March, I think, but the early part of the year is when we really do our best. When the fish get deep and all, we struggle more, like you follow tournaments and stuff, but the early February, March tournaments, it's our strength.
You know, we hear this all the time when we talk about the Alabama Bass Trail. You talk about the competition that's here. You edged out a pretty big beast there with Kobe Carden and Chris Rutland by just a couple of points. Talk a little bit about the competition that you've seen this year on the Alabama Bass Trail.
No doubt we have the toughest field far as north and south, and because I'm going to say that on both sides. I mean, we have the strongest field, and pretty much when you go out to fish, you've got to beat Kobe and Chris. I will give them their dues. They're tough, but like I said, but with them being as good makes us fish better too. They make us a better fisherman.
Oh yeah, you fish according to your competition.
You guys have fished the Alabama Bass Trail South several years. You jumped in the 100s this year. Different format, limited boat field, big time tournament, $25,000 first place. Talk a little bit about your experience thus far in the Alabama Bass Trail 100.
To begin with, I didn't think, I would like it that well, but after fishing the first one on Wedowee, I see that it's run great. I mean, and you're only competing against 99 other guys. And I mean, it's just, I think we'll fish it from here on out as long as we're fishing. But the format, the fishing for the 25,000, and not only that, it pays good for 25 places.
Guys, you're looking at the 2023 Alabama Bass Trail South Division Anglers of the Year, and they're currently sitting 17th in the points in the Alabama Bass Trail 100. So they certainly have something to prove out there on the 100, and no doubt in my mind they will do it. Thank you, Rob and Steve. Thank you for your loyalty to the Alabama Bass Trail, and we look forward to watching you represent the Alabama Bass Trail South Division as the Anglers of the Year. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back with our next team, Michael and Joe Woolley from the Alabama Bass Trail North Division. They finished second in the points. We'll be right back.
Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Bill Penny Automotive, where it's always Bill Penny time. By Jack's, all about the South. And by Sweet Home Alabama.
In 2009, it all started with this 721 Pro XP and a passion to build the best fishing platform in design, performance, and construction for all of our customers. Through the years, motors have changed. Electronics have changed. But the passion to build the best bass boat possible has not changed. Everyone at Phoenix believes we got it right the first time.
Bill Penny Toyota is Alabama's #1 volume Toyota dealer. But that's not the only reason to get to know Bill Penny. Enjoy a 10-year unlimited warranty on every new Toyota in stock. Get 1 year of 24/7 roadside assistance. Test drive for the chance to win $5,000. You heard right. 5,000 big ones. Plus, choose from over 700 new Toyotas in stock and price to move. Bill Penny Toyota is Alabama's #1 volume Toyota dealer. Get to know us today.
The perfect checking account doesn't exist. Not at a bank, that is. So why do you keep looking there? At AmFirst, you can get no minimum balance or monthly fees, an instant issue debit card, and free checks with unlimited check writing. But who doesn't want more? Like a rewards program you'll actually use, and convenient digital tools that make it easy to manage your account from anywhere. Now you could try and find that at a bank, or you could save yourself the trouble by checking with us.
Stetson Blaylock, Todd Auten, Hank Terry, let's go!
Garmin Live Scope, I tell you right now, if you don't have it, you are behind. It's just wild. It's like a video game.
If you do not have that Garmin Live Scope, you are definitely missing out.
Bassmaster Classic Champion!
The splash of your paddle mimics the pelican as it drops down from above. As the calmness of the water washes away any lingering concerns, you listen to the tall grass sing of the surrounding beauty and how the best views only get better when they're shared. This is Alabama, and when you're here, you can take it all in.
Welcome back to the 2023 Alabama Bass Trail Best of Show. And as promised, we have Michael and Joe Woolley. Their first year on the Alabama Bass Trail, but certainly no stranger to fishing. I want to go over their stats just a little bit, and then we'll get into how their first year on the Alabama Bass Trail went. So we started off at Smith Lake, probably one of the toughest days of fishing, 38th place. Gunnersville, 47th place. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Neely Henry, 18th place. Pickwick, 5th place. Wheeler Lake, 30th place. And guys, all check line except for Gunnersville and a half a pound. I'm really surprised that that puts you 7 places out of a check at Gunnersville. Talk about that tournament.
Yeah, that was a one we really thought we were going to do really good in, being it's the Tennessee River, and that's where we spend most of our time at these days. So we had a really great practice, and then weather kind of changed the tournament, and had the fish on to probably be in the top 10 of that tournament, just didn't capitalize on them. So,
you know, it almost takes a perfect performance to win a tournament, especially at Gunnersville, because you know everybody's going to catch them. You know people are going to have good bags, and it was an interesting tournament. We saw a lot of people on the bridges at that event. Was that something that you guys played into, or did you do something totally different?
No, we just stuck to just fishing eelgrass and hydrilla.
Okay.
Mainly throwing rattle traps the whole time in it. So.
Okay. First year on the Alabama Bass Trail, big time tournaments, no stranger to either one of you. You fished the FLW Tour. Talk a little bit about coming back and fishing buddy trails like the Alabama Bass Trail.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I come from. To start out with for years. Started out fishing with him when I was 7 years old in a little club trail. And we just did it forever until I just worked my way up through the ranks of the years. But it was nice to come back and fish something with him together, and something that's still really competitive too at the same time. So it's been a fun year.
Joe, we talk about, I work a lot in tourism, working a lot of fishing tournaments, but it really is kind of special to be able to be in the boat with your son, right?
Oh yeah, no doubt. It's a blessing.
It really is.
It's a blessing. We've been doing it for almost 30 years. So, like I said, he started with me as a 7, and then first term he ever fished with me, he hooked me 7 times.
Does he still do that?
No. Yeah, I usually hook him now, so or 3.
That's good. Pickwick, you guys were roughly about 1.5 pounds out of winning that event. Anything there did you ever have a fish that you thought you could cull? Did you have the fish on to win that tournament, or?
No, we didn't have the fish. We never did have the fish on to win that tournament. Actually, that tournament went a lot better than we were anticipating it to be. It's kind of transition right then. There's fish still shallow, shad spawn, and deep, and typically when the fish go deep, that's where I want to be, and it just really wasn't happening, and it just kind of come together on a shad spawn for us in that tournament. So
caught a lot of fish. We probably caught 3 limits, but never could get the kicker.
And you know, that was so different from what we heard in practice. People were having a really hard time filling limits in practice. And for you guys to catch that many fish, that makes me feel a little bit better about how things went. We talked about the father and son. You guys are signed up for the 2024 Alabama Bass Trail. Is there a tournament that's just kind of got your interest peaked right there? I know you love the Tennessee River, but is there a tournament or two that has your interest peaked for the 2024 season?
Definitely the first one. I love fishing
Pickwick in February.
I fished the winter trail there all winter, so
okay.
That's turned into my favorite time of year to fish there now, because you don't have near the pressure, and that's when you catch the biggest ones. And we got a lot of grass this year there, so it's going to be a good tournament come February then.
I really hope so. I hope we have some current. I like to see the number of people that turn right and left out of McFarland. I think that's always real interesting to see the varying ways that you can catch fish in Pickwick in February. Thank you guys for spending some time with us. They are your second place in the Angler of the Year points, only 29 points behind John Kellett and Zeke Gossett, who we'll talk to up next. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with the 2023 Alabama Bass Trail Best of TV show.
This portion of Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is sponsored by Garmin, by Academy Sports and Outdoors, and by America's First Credit Union. There's more right after this.
Buying stale, burnt coffee is like eating hot sushi out of a vending machine. It's just a no-no. Explosion. Cool guys don't look at them. As a veteran-owned and operated company, we take massive pride in giving back. And with your support, we've donated millions to charitable organizations and veterans. Do you have a lightsaber leg, Jay?
Yeah, I got a lightsaber leg.
When you sign up for our coffee club, you get fast free shipping directly to your door.
I'm on a helicopter.
Everyone knows what the big man wants. Yep, bacon. Jack's is bringing a sleigh load of bacon to its southern favorites. There's the big BLT, chicken BLT, and our bacon double cheeseburger. It's a bacon wonderland out there. Double the buttermilk biscuits, double the savory sausage gravy. Double gravy biscuits, now just $3.75. Jack's, all about the South.
Welcome back to the 2023 Alabama Bass Trail Best of TV show and the best of. And you can't have the best of without having the overall Anglers of the Year. And we've got one half of that team. Zeke, these guys fish all the time. And the Alabama Bass Trail is only 14 weekends. And Zeke, I think, fishes 53 weekends because he's always fishing. You guys accumulated 1,021 points out of a possible 1,250 points. What a phenomenal year on the Alabama Bass Trail.
Yeah, it was an awesome year. We were fortunate enough to get the win on the whole thing, so it was a really good year for us.
That's cool. You know, we talk about when you start off the year with a win, and you guys did, and probably some of the most horrible conditions we fished on the Alabama Bass Trail. Got the win on Smith Lake. Does it fuel the fire to continue to go, or do you breathe a little bit easier because you've made the championship?
I think it put more pressure on us. We put in extra work, practicing extra, going up there, you know, putting all the time on the water we could because we knew we had to try to keep that lead.
You had a 28th place finish at Guntersville. A lot of people caught him there. It was a really good tournament.
Yeah.
Probably the one you probably most disappointed in was the 46th place at Neely, because that's considered home water for you.
Yeah, that was my home lake, and I zigged when I should have zagged. I went up there practicing and had the biggest bag of fish I've ever caught on Neely practicing on Thursday. with like 27 pounds.
Wow.
And Saturday morning we had that fog roll in, and I didn't take off running to them, but should have, and it didn't work out. By the time we got down there and we decided to let the fog go out, and there was a guy sitting that actually came in second that day, sitting in the same spot I had 27 pounds on Thursday. So.
Wow. Wow. That tournament, we had an 829, and I don't think I've ever seen an 8-pounder come off Neely Henry. So that was a phenomenal day for that lake. It really was, especially from the down that we saw it in 2022. It really did not show its potential in 2022.
Neely definitely showed out this year.
I think
a lot of big bags of fish on Neely this year.
I agree. Let's go to Pickwick. 25th place on Pickwick. You basically live down around the coast, so do you spend a lot of time on the Tennessee River?
That was the first time I had ever fished Pickwick Lake.
Okay.
And we got on them pretty good in practice. We weren't confident enough to win, but we knew we could have a solid bag of fish on Pickwick, enough to just, our whole goal after we won the first one was to stay in the top to try to just win the points for the year. Okay. Obviously we wanted to win every single one we could, but our goal was to just try to stay in the top 40 every tournament, get a check, and keep the points up.
Moving on to Wheeler Lake, you had some boat problems in the morning, didn't get to your fish as early as you wanted to. And I think that's one of the stories about being Angler of the Year. You really face some adversity on the final day. You put yourself in contention and then had boat trouble on the final tournament. Talk about that.
Yeah, me and Zeke talk about it all the time. With all these good anglers in this thing, everything kind of has to just go your way. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're blowing everybody out in the points. If you have boat trouble and break down and you don't even get to weigh in, I mean, you come 150th place, it's over for you. So that morning, my heart sank when that buzzer went off. We didn't get 500 yards up the lake that morning, and we knew we had a 40-mile run. And when the buzzer went off, I was like, what do we do? So we just kind of veered out of the way, let everybody get by us, and we puttered on back to the boat ramp and grabbed the cameras out, grabbed gear out, threw everything in Zeke's boat. He had to run to the gas station and put gas in the boat, so it was a fiasco. We chopped on up the lake, and I know you texted me that morning, and it wasn't 5 minutes before you texted me, I just caught a 5-pounder. So I was like, all right, we've done something right. We're on our way, and everything kind of just fell in place for us that day to finish at the top for Angler of the Year.
Zeke is not here, and we want to talk a little bit about that. He's fishing the Bassmaster, the Federation.
Yes, ma'am.
And he is he's in South Carolina. He's not here, and that just is a testament. He was in the Open last week. He's there this week. Is going to be back for our meeting tomorrow night, and that, in the event he doesn't make the cut there, he'll be fishing on Saturday. The meeting's mandatory for the championship. We're filming this just before the championship, so that's just a big testament to the guy that he is and to the angler. And the really unique thing is, this is the first year you guys have fished together as a team.
Yes, ma'am. We've clicked really well this year. Like you say, keeping a positive mental attitude while you're out there. If I start getting down, he'll pick me up. If he starts getting down, I pick him up, and we've just worked really well together this year.
What a year it's been, John. Congratulations. Please extend our congratulations to Zeke on a phenomenal year.
Thank you.
Alabama Bass Trail TV, presented by Phoenix Boats, is brought to you by Black Rifle Coffee Company, by TH Marine, from transom to trolling motor, and by Mountain Dew. There's more to come.
This summer, we're fueling your fun with weekly giveaways. From gas cards to product packs, each entry gives you an extra chance at our grand prize of a $1,000 TH Marine gift card and a 30-minute video call with Kevin Van Dam. Enter each week at thmarine.com/fuelthefun for a chance to win. No matter how you fuel your fun, TH Marine is there to help you.
Research and development is more than just time in the shop for us. It's time out here, sweating the details, making boats that work as well in the real world as they do on paper. From our R&D team to our anglers on the water, We have the knowledge and passion to build you the finest fishing platform in the world.
Some things ain't worth keeping. Yesterday's traditions, today's adventures, tomorrow's memories. Now that's something worth keeping. Fish Alabama and find your keeper.
For more information, visit fishalabama.org.
All right, guys, that does it. That wraps it up for the Best of show for 2023. You're going to see some of the highlights. Hopefully, you've watched them throughout the year. Thanks for tuning in to the 2023 Alabama Bass Trail Best of TV show.
Let's kick off the 2023 season of the ABT 100 at Lakewood Dowey. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Alabama Bass Trail 100. Robbie Floyd along with Kay Donaldson, the program director. And Kay, we're finally here, the kickoff to this season. And Lakewood Dowey, we've never been here before.
Our leaders are 1850. We've got a 20-pound bag, 20.07, Rusty White and Brian Elder.
First tournament at Alabama Bass Trail North Division this year here on Smith Lake. Key here is going to be what's the mixture going to be between spotted bass and largemouth bass.
They need 1755 to take the lead. Kellett and Gossett, 1788. We've got a new leader.
This is it, the kickoff to the south. Alexander City could not be a better host. Turn on the lights. The party's over. Lee and Winslet take another victory on the Alabama Bass Trail. Okay, we were kind of joking. If it's a tournament on the ABT and it's on a Martin, whether it be Logan Martin or Martin, they're going to win it.
These guys are some studs on the Alabama Bass Trail. Will we have a 20-pound bag? We need 1905, Burton and Shea. 1938. We've got a new leader on the Alabama Bass Trail. Our lead right now is 2573. No, 2573 was our lead. 2955, brother. This man is going for some bush light tonight. I'm ready for a bush light, baby. Wow.
Third stop, Neely Henry. You've been here, you fished it. What do you expect today?
It's the Alabama Bass Trail. These guys are the best in the state. They always catch them, even if they say they're not going to catch them. I just expect they're going to catch them.
Benji Seaborn, Jonathan Seaborn, we have a brand new leader, ladies and gentlemen. 22 pounds, 22.19 pounds, 8.29 for the big fish of this event. Mountain Dew Big Bass, first place.
Stop number 3 of the Alabama Bass Trail South Division, Lake Eufaula, Big Bass capital of the world.
Next up is Chris Ruppin and Kobe Carton, boat number 155, and they've got a big bag of fish. Looks like we could have a new leader. We have a brand new leader. 20 pound, 20.63 for these guys who have seen this stage plenty of times.
We're going to have a guest today. Luke Duncan will be out on the water, as well as he'll be our MC today. But the word of the week has been tough fishing conditions and wet, wet, wet. Rain all week long. Will the guys get that today? Shad spawn, current, what will it be?
Woo, here we go, new leaders. 21.48. We got a big one in that bag that'll beat a little over 4 pounds. I bet you do.
We got one to go 5, I think.
Here we are, Alabama Bass Trail South Division on Logan Martin. Logan Martin's been fishing really tough. I'm hoping that maybe today we'll turn it around. These guys are looking for 3 pounds or better because there's going to be a lot of people that will catch limits today. Who can get that better than average? We're going to see it all unfold right here on the water.
see what Foster Bradley and Nick Harris have. They've got a good bag, and it's got 5 fish. Let's see what they weigh. This could take the lead. We need 1338. No, it's not going to do it. 1415, 1666, ladies and gentlemen. You better cheer for these guys. They done leapfrogged everybody by 3 pounds. Welcome, everyone, to the Alabama Bass Trail 100, presented by Phoenix Boats. Miller's Ferry, the second stop of 3. We got Kilpatrick and Connell, and they had about 13 pounds when I was on them today. We got to sit still because we need 1524 to take the lead. It's 1542. We've got a new leader on the ABT 100.
Welcome to the 5th and final stop of the Alabama Bass Trail South Division. Scott, you know this body of water. What are you expecting for an early June tournament?
It's been tough talking to the guys, so I wouldn't be surprised if, 16 or 17 won it, but I expect to see 18 or better.
Woo! You're bumping some people down, $16.99. Woo! That takes the lead. That's a new leader, guys. $16.99, 17 pounds. Man, that's awesome. Y'all do have a bag.
Here are Alabama Bass Trail North Division's the final stop this year. A lot on the line. Guys battling for Angler of the Year points. Guys trying to make the championship. Guys trying to make team championship. And guys trying to be Angler of the Year.
23-23 takes the win at Wheeler, but probably what surprises me the most is these guys came in 4.5 hours and still got it done.
Here we are, beautiful Weiss Lake. This is Alabama Bass Trail Championship Tournament. This is where teams from the south meet the teams from the north. Battle out for a $50,000 first place prize. And the sun sets on another Alabama Bass Trail Championship, this time from Weiss Lake. Tucker and Green. And the pundits are really good. They thought 16 pounds a day would do it. I mean, they were within a quarter pound of that.